Today's top topic.
Hi, today's top topic is inflammation. So let's start with that. The body has an inflammatory response. And really what we want to understand is it healthy, i.e. doing what it's supposed to do, or has it moved over to an unhealthy area and as a result implicated in everything from aches and pains, trouble sleeping, to chronic diseases like diabetes, cancers, heart disease. So let's go over to the healthy side. Healthy inflammatory response means that, you sprain your ankle, your ankle swells. You get sick, you get a fever. Basically, the body, when it goes up to that inflamed state, is signaling you that something's wrong, and it wants you to take a pause and address it and maybe adjust what you're doing. But on the flip side, as we move over to the unhealthy inflammatory response, the issue that we have over there is it's that inflammation happens and it gets stuck happening. It stays happening. And that is what ultimately becomes a health issue because it's really just burning out your body, right? It's burning for too long. And in that place, what we see is unfortunately, it starts to interfere with other healthy functions in the body. So what can you do to promote a healthy inflammatory response? Well, the interesting thing is it's about what you choose not to do. That's the first area. And that means choosing to skip what I call the chemistry lab projects, the artificial ingredients, the artificial fats, the artificial sweeteners, things that are highly refined. So, your white flours or the pieces and parts of potato that you see in some potato chips or puffs. What we want to do is we want to eat whole foods, right? Whole foods as they're found in nature. They can be mildly processed. My rule is usually if the processing could occur in your kitchen, if you could, put it in a blender and make that happen or cook and make that happen, you're going to be fine. But if it has to happen in a chemistry lab project, let's skip it. Now, another area to pay attention is how much added sugar you're putting into your diet. And we have nutrition lessons on that, so you can learn how to evaluate that part. A third area is what can you do? What can you add to your diet? So there are certain foods that have nutrients that are particularly good at supporting and promoting a healthy inflammatory response. So in your fats area, things like wild salmon, sardines, they're wonderful for you. Other fats like walnuts, your soybeans. So if you're drinking organic soybean milk, make sure that you're getting the whole thing, not a fat-free version. Other things, your spices, so turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, these are all wonderful for you, and they're especially good if you have them to flavor your food instead of added extra salt or unhealthy sauces that might have extra sugar and salts in them. So that's going to be really important for you. And then when it comes to your proteins, try to emphasize more of the plant proteins. Try the hemp seeds that I use in so many other recipes, or try having quinoa, or try having nuts and seeds, or choosing whole grains, and try to do less of the animal proteins. But when you do the animal proteins, have them and make sure that they have smaller amounts, but make sure they're really good quality. Make sure that you're eating healthy animals the way that you want to be healthy yourself, because their inflammatory response is based on what they're eating and how they're treating themselves or being treated, just like ourselves. So that's the whole inflammatory situation in a nutshell. There's more information on the website, and there are wonderful recipes that you can choose to make choices that support healthy inflammatory responses.